Downs. I'm a reporter with the Springfield Business Journal, and I'm here today with Dee Wampler.
Good morning.
Good morning, Dee. So actually, we're just going to kind of discuss your legacy. I know your father was an attorney before you. So
My father practiced law starting in 1938 in Springfield. And when lawyers were in two buildings, the Woodruff building and the Landers building. He went to law school in the 30s, and then when I went to law school in the 1960s, I sat in his chair in law school. I sat in the same row in the same chair. I worked with my father for a year or two, and that didn't work. We were in the Woodruff building, and he did civil work, and I wanted to do criminal. And he said, you do what you want to do. You have to like what you do. If you like what you do and work, it's not work. And so I worked as an assistant prosecuting attorney, and I was going in the FBI, changed my mind at the last minute. I'd just gotten out of the Army and law school, and then went to work as an assistant prosecutor. And it was wonderful for 4 years, and there were vacancies in front of me, on top of me, and I was, at that time, about the youngest elected prosecuting attorney in Greene County history. I was 29, and I was elected as the prosecutor of the third largest county in the state. So I inherited a lot of murder trials and serious cases, and I prosecuted all of them. Let me say that I've also lost cases too. We'll focus on, I love to talk about the ones I won, but you always remember, shall I say, your defeats, sometimes your failures. And the very first murder case I ever tried, I lost. And I never forgot it. So what I did then, from then on, I resolved myself even more to do a better job and a more thorough job on other cases. So then I tried a second, third, fourth, fifth murder case, and I won those. But I will tell you that I was pretty low when I lost my very first murder case. That was a defeating thing. And you learn from your mistakes, and you can't let it get you down. If in business, if you let a failure get you down and or you don't learn from your mistake, we have no business being in business.
what you do makes you a very controversial target. One of the big questions people ask when you're doing these cases, defending child molesters, murderers, whatnot, people say, how can you sleep at night? So how do you sleep at night?
I sleep wonderfully at night. Sometimes I do wake up at 2 in the morning thinking about my cases and making notes of things that I need to do. I'm a very important part of the criminal justice system. I'm the one that deals with the murderer, if you will, or the criminal. He doesn't have any other influences in his life. He's totally dependent upon me. So when people hire me, they do what I say or I fire them. I don't represent people that refuse to get into a drug treatment program or an alcohol treatment program or a sexual abuse therapy program. And I change their lives. I am solely responsible for getting them involved in church and positive things in their life to make a difference in their lives. So I'm proud of what I do, and any people that criticize me in that regard are doing so out of ignorance because they don't understand the role of a criminal defense lawyer. Everybody that is charged with a felony has to have a lawyer. Not only that, a good lawyer. The Sixth Amendment says they have the right to effective assistance of counsel. And if I don't represent that person properly, guess what? They come back and ask for a new trial, and the victim goes through it all over again, the trauma of testifying, and the judge has to have another trial, another set of jurors, all over again, 2 or 3 years later. So it's my job to do a good job to see that a person is represented. A lot of people that don't understand what a criminal lawyer does, they think I'm in favor of murder because I represent a murderer. So you can see the total lack of knowledge that people have about our role.